Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. It is December 23rd. It's been a while since I've been on, pardon the appearance. I guess I was talking to Billy yesterday and she mentioned, oh, you haven't done many videos, so I thought, okay, I'll put on a video. And it just happened, like I think it was last week or the week before, I got an email from YouTube, you know, doing the yearly review thing, and I opened it up and it said, you've done 10 videos this year. I'm like, oh, only 10 videos. So anyway, I guess I don't post a lot, so I figured I'd come on and do one last video before the end of the year, because I probably will not have time to get on before the end of the year. What have I been up to? This past weekend we had our Christmas. All our children, not all our children, my daughter who lives out of province could not make it, but our other children all came, and we had other people come and join us for Christmas. We had a fabulous weekend. It was Friday to Sunday, so it wasn't just one couple of hours, it was all weekend, so it was great. This year all of our kids are adults, so this year they decided, oh, my Oscar, he's scratching at the door. My children decided they did not need anything, they did not want gifts, so we did the white elephant thing. I think we put a $100 limit, and anybody who wanted to participate brought a gift that, you know, we could all fight for. It was fabulous. It was a little sad because it's the first year I didn't have to buy any gifts for anybody. I did fill everyone's stocking, so I got a little bit of shopping done for that. But yeah, it was a little sad that I, you know, don't have to buy gifts for anybody anymore. So it was, but it was easy, like, you know, you didn't have to worry. And then we had a lot of fun. We ate a lot, had some libations. It was so much. We played cards, we played games. It was a great weekend. We even celebrated my neighbor turning 60 this year, so that was Friday night, was another get together. It was fun. Yeah, so we've done that, and then I guess it was, I think I mentioned before, when we bought this house, our basement was completely open. My husband built this room and another bedroom, and it turns out now we needed a third bedroom in the basement. It's not really a basement because it's a walkout, because we're kind of on a hill, so it's a walkout, so we have full-size windows and everything. But a couple of weeks ago my husband says, yep, we're gonna build it now, and we just started building a room, and we're almost done, but it was done enough that we had a door, and it was not painted or anything like that, but we pulled in a mattress in there, and our older son stayed in there and gave him some privacy, and you know, so it was great. That was great. So we've been busy doing that. I've been busy doing all kinds of things. You'll have to give me 1 second. I have to let that dog in. Hold on. Okay, Oscar, come on. Come on. Yeah, you sit in your bed, okay? You sit in your bed. Yeah, he is my heart. He just, wherever I am, he has to be. Which brings me to another thing. My older dog, he's 16, over 16. He's always been a picky eater. So that's always, like, since he was a puppy, it's always been hard to get enough food into him and water into him. He's never been interested in that, which is such an odd thing for a dog. Anyway, he's had health issues over his life. He's had 2 bladder surgeries because he doesn't drink enough water. He can't take another surgery because of scarring tissue. And in November we also got the news, and I'm going to try to say this without crying, that he has kidney disease. We took some blood work, and his bladder's failing, his liver's failing, and he has kidney disease. Since then it's like having a newborn baby. We've been literally feeding him by hand, and we were able to, with the food, the diet, the food that we've been giving him, he's been able to, his liver and his bladder are better. The blood work came back, but his kidney is still in failing mode. And the vet said that we could have 6 weeks with him, we could have 2 years with him. We're not sure, but right now it's a lot of work. Just But you wouldn't be able to, you couldn't tell really, because he still walks like 5 kilometers a day. He does have dementia, so he does some strange things like stares off at a wall and growls, or just stares for like 2 hours just at nothing, you know. So anyway, so we've been busy with him as well. Anyway, it's been hard. It's hard having pets that age, you know, because they're our family. But Oscar, there's nothing wrong with him. He's fabulous. He's 14, so I'm sure his age things are going to start now too. But anyway, enough of that personal stuff. Let's get into what I've been making. There's a lot of things I cannot show you because the people that I'm making it for are watching, or they do watch. What did I make? I saw this. Now let me tell you a story. Our youngest son, when he was, for years and years, we had this little kit, and it was, I don't know what it was made out of, like a foamy something or other. And during the holidays, every day, like for the month of December, he would get up and he would mold this white thing into a snowman. And then by the time he got home from school, it would spend the day kind of melting, like just flattening out, and it would look like a melted snowman. And then the next morning he'd build it up again, and it was just a thing. Anyway, I don't know where that thing went, but I crocheted him one and I forgot to give it to him. Oh my God. I crocheted him one. Now I saw this. I'll leave the link for the pattern. I think it was a free pattern on a blog, but I didn't really follow it. I just kind of did my own thing, but I'll leave a link for that one anyway. She had like mittens here, and I left the mittens off, and I knitted the hat. I didn't crochet. My carrot nose is a little bigger, than it's not proportionate, but that's okay. And this is made out of, the white stuff is made out of blanket yarn, and it sits on the back of the couch like this. Oscar, stop it. Go lie down. Go lie down. No more scratching. Anyway, so I finished that. It was like, I think, one evening to do. It was really, really easy. So he's just not going to stop scratching. Anyway, I made that. The other thing that I made, so in the month of November and December, because we had so much other stuff going, I could not, and I'll show you the thing that I was working on that I wanted done, but I didn't have the mental capacity to work on it. But I did do, I had a big, huge bin of number 4 weight scrap yarn. And when I say scrap, it could be anything from this small to like half a skein. And I just made 4 smaller C2C blankets, and then I pieced them together. Let me show you. It's massive. This is my scrap. Now I've done scrap blankets before where it's just like half double crochet or double crochet. I've even done some that are, you know, C2C. But this was the first time that I made 4 smaller ones and then pieced it in the middle. And I think it gives it such a good different kind of pattern, like a different design. So anyway, I did that, and that was perfect for my, because I did not have mental capacity to really think. So this was it, and I used up most of my number 4 weight acrylics. This is what I have left. I went from a big huge bin to this. So some of these are, like I said, some of these are smaller balls, some are bigger balls. This is all I have left of number 4. So I have to figure out what to do with that. Most of it went in here. Fabulous. It feels great, and it is huge, and it was used this weekend. Fabulous. So I did that. I guess I might as well show you my process. So I went from that big bin of number 4 to this, and then when they get I didn't want to stop mid, I didn't want to change color mid row. So when I finish a row, if I saw that it wasn't enough to continue to the next side, I would start making grannies. And I think a couple of videos ago, or maybe it was even last video, I made these 1 row grannies, and I just made a whole bunch of them and then pieced them all together with the join as you go method with a neutral. So I've been making all of these, right? Then I thought, oh, I have some that have more colors, so I made 2 row. So I might make a blanket with 2 row grannies. So that's all these, right? So, and nothing gets wasted in the house. This is a strawberry basket. That's housing my 1 and 2 row grannies. So eventually these will go into a blanket. And then when I had a piece like this small, which was not enough, this is not enough to make one row granny, I would put it into, now I saw this idea. It's a pattern for sale. I kid you not, when I show you. I don't know, I would never pay for the pattern, but I took the idea. So basically I would add it to like a Scrappy, and what they did was they just left all the ends. They tied the ends to each other so they don't unravel. And that's what I'm doing with the super small ones. See, the other side is just flat, which I prefer, but I'm not sure about this. So we'll see. We'll see what it turns into. But it is a pattern. So somebody's thought of this before me. And anyway, so this will be like, I'm thinking like shaggy blanket, you know? We'll see. So that's what I do with the smallest pieces. And that way nothing gets wasted. So that's what I've been, those are the things that I've been working on. That's all the crochet I have done. I'll show you my whips. I don't normally show whips, but I'm going to show you my whips. Oh, speaking of scrap yarn, this is my basket of number 3 half skeins and smaller. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all these. So we'll see. I got to figure out, it's probably going to be a blanket because I enjoy making blankets. But anyway, so I'll show you my whips. The one whip that I was working on and that I did not have mental capacity to continue, when I started it, I had this notion that I would get it done by Christmas, but I didn't get it done by Christmas. So this is a mosaic overlay mosaic crochet pattern. It is a paid for pattern, but I'll leave the link. And it is for this Christmas tree. And I loved the colorful one. So I had white. So I'm using just acrylic white. Just, I don't even know, it's just a probably red heart white. And then for the color is a mandala in the color gnome. So I'm just using, letting it run, letting the color run, no color controlling. Silly me, I thought I was gonna get it done by Christmas, but nope. This is how much I have it done so far, so it'll be for next Christmas. It is a lot of fun, but we'll talk about that in a second. You have to either follow a chart, and this pattern has the written word. So anyway, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute. So this is how much I have done of the mosaic Christmas tree. Is that right? Yeah. Mosaic Christmas tree using the white and the gnome of the mandala. So that's what I got done. And like I said, my mind is now, once we finish this bedroom painting and all that, I'll have more, you know, space in my brain to work on that. But what I did was, so I've only done one mosaic crochet, which was like a snowflake pattern. And I followed the chart, which was easy enough. You just kind of mark off the rows that you've done. But I thought, okay, this pattern comes with the chart, but it also comes with the written. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see that? Oh, is that too much glare? Hopefully not. So it tells you 49 double crochet, then 1 single crochet, you know. And overlay mosaic is really easy. There's only singles and doubles. Doubles get done into the front loops, the row below, and the singles get done in the back loop on the current row. And the color changes. You never change the color in mid. Well, the patterns that I'm doing anyway. I'm sure there is ones that you can change midway. But so there'll be always ends at the end, which I'm going to do an envelope border. Easy peasy. I'm not weaving in all those ends. But it's really, really easy, but you have to follow the chart or this written version just to get the design out. Perfect. So I was using a piece of paper to mark off, but when I printed off the pattern, the font is so small and I'm struggling even with my glasses and a neck light and all that. Can't do it in the evening. So I went looking and came across this Knit Companion. It's a I know it's for knitting, but you can use it for any charts whatsoever. It's an app and it is free, but if you want, you can get the updated version, like, or the better version, which lets you do more things. But I only have the free version. But what it does is you can mark where you are. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a yellow row and you can mark where you are, and so I just mark it and I don't have to, and I can increase the font. Or if you do like a chart, like here's a chart. I don't know if you guys can see the yellow line that goes up and down. That's amazing, and I can make it as big as the iPad that I need and just follow along. Easy. So I'll leave the link for Knit Companion. Like I said, it's an app. It's in, you know, wherever you get your apps from, and you can do knitting, crochet, and you can follow along. Like I said, with the paid version, you get more features, but I'm quite happy with the free version. So that's what I'm using. It's a lot better on the eyes. Another whip that I'm working on is, okay, so about 4 or 5 days ago, my neighbor was looking for a hat that had the flaps, and I didn't have any patterns. And anyway, so I was gonna get a pattern and make her one anyway. But then in the meantime, one of our local residents here, he lost his wife a couple of months ago, and she was mostly a knitter. She did a little crochet, but mostly a knitter. And I guess getting close to the holidays, he's getting sad. I guess he needed company, so he asked myself and my neighbor if we'd go over there and pick whatever we wanted from his wife's stash. He gave me a tub, mostly knitting patterns. Most of them are older, but anyway, inside the bin was this pattern. It's almost like it was meant to be. My neighbor wanted a flappy hat. I just didn't get around to looking for one, and then I went to see him, and this was in there. It's a pattern for this hat. So it is an older pattern, and it's not done in the round, which is the way I normally do hats. It's done flat, and then you seam the back, and then so I'm almost done. It's like it was meant to be, you know, right around the same time and everything. So, and even the yarn is from her, you know. She was a lovely lady. She passed quite suddenly, and anyway, he's suffering a little bit, but anyway, so I saw him on Friday, which was like 2 days after I went to his house, and he asked me, he goes, do you think, have you gone through the patterns, do you think you could use anything? I said, I'm making something already. And it just perked him up. It's just like, really? Already? I'm like, yep. So he's happy. It made him happy. So, and then the rest of the stuff that I've been up to, sewing. I've been sewing. I've made some quilt tops that need quilting, but I can't show them to you because they're gifts. I will take a little video before I gift it, just so that I have it for reference. And I might share that with you, but I can't show you now because they are gifts and the people that are getting it are watching, or they watch. But I made one. Another one that I thought was going to be done for Christmas, didn't get to it, was last year, my friend Jen, which is another thing. I'm not doing the 12 days of Christmas this year, so I got no gifts this year. Like, you know. Anyway, so my friend Jen, who I've mentioned many times, if you don't know her, go check her out. She does everything. She gifted me this kit from a quilting shop, and it's for this Christmas quilt. But it included all the fabric, everything I needed, except the backing. So I cut up it's all flannel, and I'll show you that. I did it. I don't know if it's a right side or a wrong side, or like up and down or whatever. Anyway, the quilt top is done. It's a decent size, And it's all like really kind of modern Christmassy because there's quite a lot of black in here, which I love. And actually, I didn't even show it to my daughter because I know my daughter, she'd probably want to swipe it or put dibs on it when it's done. Anyway, well, the size is 63 by 72, so it's a decent size quilt. So I did that. It's all ready to go. I already cut out the batting and the backing, and I just need to quilt it. And it even came with the fabric for the binding, and it's flannel. It's soft and squishy, and I love it. Thank you, Jen. Awesome. It was pretty easy. I did make a few mistakes, of course. It wouldn't be mine if I didn't. So that needs to be quilted. I have, like I said, I have a couple of other ones that I want to show you, but I can't. And then there was leftovers from the cut pieces, because I don't throw anything out. I thought, oh, I'll put them together and make a little quilt for the animal shelter. But then when I made it, it turned out pretty small. But then I realized this is a good throw pillow size. So I just put some fleece on the back, and I left it open, and I'm going to stuff it and have a matching pillow. So I did that as well. No, it's not open on this side, it's the other side. Anyway, so I got that done too. Oh, and my mom is here till the 29th, but then she comes back February 1st. We're gonna be going away, and she wants to watch the dog. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, so she's here and she's going back, so she won't be back to Fredericton for Christmas, but she's gonna take them their gifts. And my mom does gift cards, right? Like, what is she gonna do, right? So she's at that age with gift cards, right? So my three grandsons would be her, I guess, three great grandsons, great grandsons. She bought them Cabela's cards because they all like to fish. So I thought, oh, what a better way to present it than making fish bags. See, I made three. There's three of them. I made 3 fish bags out of my scraps. Yeah, so she's just going to put the gift card in there. So cute. Now this was, I didn't really follow, but I watched a video of a fish bag on YouTube. I'll leave the link for that. It's a bigger bag. So I didn't really follow. All I did was I took some cardboard and I traced out the different parts and used that as my template to make these fish bags. And they're so cute. They're so cute. I think I put the fin on going down on this one, which really it shouldn't be. It should be going up, right? The fins go up. But it's so cute. I love it. I think it's a great little, and she loves it. So she has 3 bags for the 3 Cabela's gift cards. Love that. So I did that. What else? What else have I got done? Like I said, I've been doing lots and lots of sewing. Oh, I'm going to show you. Oh, I made a t-shirt quilt. I don't have it because I gave it to my daughter. So a couple months ago, my daughter used to work for a brewery. And she no longer works there. She works for another company. So she had all these brewery t-shirts with her brewery that she said were too tight. So she gave them to me, and I'm like, well, they're too tight for me too. But I thought, oh, but she didn't have enough to make a full-size quilt, so I thought, I'll make one for her dog. Her dog is her baby. So I'm going to show you a picture of this quilt. I love it. And then I backed it with some buffalo check flannel, and I made it for him, and everybody loved it, so much so that, like I said, I don't throw anything away. So I have my son's t-shirts from when they were teenagers, with one day thinking I was going to make a quilt for them. And they're like, we want one. So I told them to go through the bins of t-shirts that I have, and they picked out the t-shirts that they want in their quilts. And so that's going to be 2 projects in the coming year that I'm going to have to do, but full-size, manly t-shirt quilts. But it was fun to put together, and now her baby has a little mini quilt. It's not that mini. It's as big as I am, but he's a beagle. So anyway, but he's a cuddly beagle. He's a soft beagle, just saying. So I made that too. What else? What else did I do? I'm always working on something. I can't think of everything now that I tell you. I did get a gift. Well, it's a gift. Her time was a gift. I think I mentioned before, I have a neighbor here, like a further neighbor, and she knits, but only socks. So I gave her some yarn. I gave her 2 of these because I thought, I don't know what I thought, but I gave her 2. And she made me socks, but she, out of 1 cake, she got four socks. So like 2 pairs of socks. Like, look at this. They're all the same, but look at it. I love it. I love it. So she doesn't want to charge me anything. So I'm gonna have to think of some way to I don't know, do something for her, pay her, or I don't know. She won't take any money. Anyway, so I got that too. What else have I got done? I don't think I've got anything else done. Like I said, I've been doing lots of sewing. Oh, I've been spending lots of time with my neighbor. She is getting heavily into Scrappy quilting, and she wanted to make, I think she ended up with 5 totes or 6 totes, but she sent me a picture. Oh, here. I think of 4 of them. I can't remember how many's in the picture. That she made. Her and I, she would come. We would take over my dining room, and we would spend the day whipping off these. I think it took us 2 days, like 2 with a week between, to whip these things off. And she's learning how to sew, and she's loving it. And I think she's a great student. So I've been working on that, like helping her. Oh, we even started doing appliques. So when she was piecing those fabric to make a bigger fabric so we can cut it into the bags that she wants, there was a couple of sections where she didn't, her seam was too short and the fabric fell apart, like at the seam. So she's like, oh, she's so done. I'm like, nope, we're gonna make appliques. So we cut out some fabrics that had whimsical. So like, for example, one lady loves butterflies, so we found fabric that had butterflies and we appliqued it onto the bag. That's her newest thing now. She loves that. She's like, yeah, it covers up multitude of sins. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. What else? You know, like I said, sewing, and I'm gonna have to take clips of the quilts as they're done, so that I have it on video, and if I want to share it, I can. But it's got to be after I send it out, because I don't want the recipients the surprises to be ruined. Anyway, that's all I've been up to. Like I said, we have a very quiet Christmas Day here, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, because it's just my mom, my husband, and myself. And then my mom leaves on Sunday, and then it'll be January's gonna go, 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 go. I got so much on my calendar. Anyway, I wanted to stop in before the end of the year just to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas if you celebrate. If not, I hope you're having a wonderful week. And a very Happy New Year that's coming up. I probably will not be on before the actual New Year, but we will see you in the New Year.